duty in preparation for Typhoon Khanun.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Mic check, mic check.
Nick, would you mind
What
doing
is-
this like thing?
Expressed high alertness due to Khanun's path being similar to typhoons Maysak and Haishin, which caused significant damage in 2020. The city of Busan is hosting a promotion booth for the World Expo 2030 at Bexco in connection with the Busan World Disability Conference. The booth aims to promote Busan's bid efforts and raise its global profile. The 2023 Busan World Disability Conference will involve participants from over 80 countries, making it a significant international event. In international news, in a formality verifying the power transition, Cambodia's king issued a decree today announcing that Hun Manet, Cambodia's long-term ruler's eldest son, will succeed Hun Sen, who has governed for 38 years. Hun Sen announced his resignation just 2 days after the July 23rd election, which critics called undemocratic, after the main opposition was prevented from voting. After Hun Sen requested the formal note in a letter, King Norodom Sihamoni issued the royal edict. Now for the local weather. It is currently 34 degrees Celsius amid a continuous heat wave warning in Busan. Temperatures will remain high with scattered clouds expected into the evening. It's time to wrap up this hour's news. Thank you for joining. You are listening to BEFM, Busan 영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM, Busan 영어방송.
Coming up next is the 4 p.m. duo with Nick Greenwood and David Kim. BEFM, Busan 영어방송.
I bury my emotions.
People say it's hard to read the minds of others, but it's really hard to read this thing.
This is something that looks hard on the outside, but is full of soft stuff on the inside.
When you cut it in half, sometimes it's as good as you expected, but sometimes it can be rather disappointing.
단단한 초록색 껍질에 둘러싸여서 속이 꽉 차 있는 과일, 여름의 열기를 시원하게 식혀주는 수박 한 입 어떠신가요?
Well, hello there, everybody. My name is Nick.
Good afternoon, this is David.
And welcome to
The 4 p.m. duo.
It's like strawberries on a summer evening, and it sounds just like a song. I want more berries and that summer feeling. It's so wonderful and warm. Breathe me in, breathe me out. I don't know if I could ever go without. I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know if I could ever go without watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar. Strawberries on a summer evening. Baby, you're the end of June. I want your belly and that summer feeling, getting washed away in you. Breathe me in, breathe me out. I don't know if I could ever go without watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar high, a summer evening, and it sounds just like a song. I want your belly and that summer feeling. I don't know if I could ever go without watermelon sugar high, 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 watermelon sugar high. Sugar.
Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles, our first song opening up the 4 p.m. duo this brand new week. Hello there, everybody. How are you doing? 저는 닉입니다.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is David at the 4 p.m. duo. Wow, it's another scorching hot day, but with a little bit of shade and the wind, it's not too bad.
Yeah. How are you beating the heat, everyone? Are you staying in the shade, like David said, or are you maybe drinking lots of water? 아니면 여러분 혹시 이번 여름 수박 좀 드셨나요?
저는 먹어봤어요. 주말에.
먹어봤어요?
위켄드에 수박을 하나 샀는데요. I bought like a half-sized watermelon.
Yeah.
It's pretty expensive.
혹시
even though half-sized.
그 돌아다니는 트럭에서 샀어요?
아니요. 저희 가는 그 과일 마켓이 있거든요. 거기서 샀는데요.
가격은 괜찮았어요?
It was a bit expensive,
Yeah.
but it was really good.
Okay.
It was really sweet. 물도 엄청 많고 당연히 watermelon이니까 물이 많지만 it was really sweet.
Yeah.
It was really tasty. 여러분은 혹시 이번 여름에 수박을 좀 드셔봤나요? 너무 궁금해요.
Yeah, that was our first song, Watermelon Sugar, as well, by Harry Styles. I don't often eat watermelon. Actually, coming to Korea, 한국에 와서 진짜 watermelon 엄청 많이 먹게 됐거든요. I never really ate it in the UK. People eat it, 먹긴 먹는데
네.
그렇게 인기가 많지 않아요.
캐나다도 마찬가지예요. 캐나다에서 워터멜론은 이렇게 그 뭐라 그러죠? What do you call it? 자라게 하는 거. Farm. They don't have watermelon farms. I don't think. Well, they might have watermelon farms, but when I tried it in Canada, it wasn't as sweet.
주로 수입하죠.
네.
They import it.
그죠. 한국에서 먹어본 수박들은 진짜 최고의 달콤함과 그 물이랑 잘 섞여 있던 것 같았어요.
Because they're very important culturally, I think, for the Korean summer.
Yeah.
Whereas England, 한국에서 여름 하면 딱 수박이죠.
네.
근데 영국은 딱히 그런 음식은 없거든요.
그러면 상징하는 뭔가 있어요, 영국에는?
영국이 아닌 스페인.
그러니까 영국에서는 여름이다 하면은 스페인.
스페인.
스페인에
가서
놀러 간다. 휴양한다.
휴가 좀 하고,
네.
여행 좀 하고,
That's good.
시간 좀 보내고.
네. 캐나다는요. 아무래도 코스트에 살지 않으면 랜드록드라고 할 수 있잖아요. 워낙 땅이 크니까.
Yeah.
그래서 이제 비치라고 캐나다에서 저희가 사는 동네에서는 비치라고 하면은 해변가가 아니고 호숫가예요.
호수, like a lake kind
Lake.
of area.
Because the lakes are huge there.
Almost look like a sea, probably.
네, 왜냐하면 끝이 호라이즌이 안 보이거든요. 땅이 안 보이거든요. 그래서 비치 가자를 늘 했어요. When it's summer, everyone in Ottawa will be like, let's go to the beach.
When I think of Canada, I often think of lakes and frozen mountains and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We've got some messages coming in, which is great to see. We've got Jenny Nim saying, it's a roasting hot day. Wheeler Carmenim saying, hello 4PMers. 다들 여름 휴가 잘 보내셨나요? Thank you for asking, everyone. Also, Jubro with a good tip. 얼음 띄운 콜라도 시원하고 좋아요. 네. So you put a bit of ice in cola and it's delicious.
Exactly.
A lot of people have, cider in watermelon.
Oh yeah, so I've seen
그것도
people
맛있어요.
make fruit cocktails by carving out the watermelon and then putting in other fruits and add, cider or carbonated water with sugar and stuff.
It sounds really refreshing. It's called a 수박 화채.
수박 화채.
Yeah. I've tried it. It's really good.
화채 sounds like 파리채.
sounds kind of angry. So yeah, there are lots of ways to eat watermelon and also choose watermelon. 이 한국 속담에 10길 물속은 알아도 한 길 사람 속은 모른다라는 말이 있는데요. 이 수박은 정말 반으로 가르기 전까지는 이게 잘 익었는지 과육이 단단한지 씨가 많은지 알 수가 없죠.
그래가지고요 저는 수박을 이 통으로 안 사고요 반으로 잘라 있는 거
That's a good technique.
골라서 사장님한테 물어봐요. 혹시 이거 단 건가요? And then, well, they usually say 다 달아요, but I just go for it.
다 맛있어요.
네, 다 맛있어요.
You got to trust them. You got to trust them.
네.
So there is actually a way to do it with a full watermelon. You can choose one with a balanced round shape.
Aren't they all around though?
But like, I guess there's lots of like imperfections on some of them, but like a nice round 동글동글한 모습이에요.
okay, so there's no
그런
like
모양이라면
네.
제일 맛있대요.
혹이 없고 groove가 없고.
Also, the tip of the watermelon should be green and firm
Oh,
as well.
okay.
Not like discolored or maybe like brownish.
Okay, something to look out for. And also the skin of the watermelon, I guess the shell of it, is glossy, and this pattern that you see, the leopard pattern print, appears to be very clear.
So I guess it just looks fresh.
Looks
it just
like-
looks fresh and shiny, like you just like a picture.
Yeah, 칼툰 수박처럼 생겨야 되네요.
그죠? That's the way to do it.
네.
That's the way to do it. I think, instinctively we have trained eyes to see when food is rotten and not good.
그죠?
It's a survival instinct.
네, 그래서 수박을 봤을 때 이건 참 이쁘게 생겼다 하면은 달달할 확률이 높네요.
Yeah, it's an instinctual thing.
Yeah.
Now, watermelons, of course, are the representative fruit of summer here. But in fact, it's one of the hardest fruits to eat during the summer because, for one thing, it produces a lot of food waste. And sometimes the weight of the food waste is actually heavier than the inside parts.
I heard, not heard, I know of it, but I also heard that, when you eat watermelon, there's the red part, and then towards the shell is the white part. I heard people not eat the white part, but they put it into kimchi.
Really?
Yeah, and then when it ferments, it's as good as mu. Radish. Yeah, so like you kind of replace the
알죠.
radish with the core white core parts of the watermelon.
하긴 약간 식감이 좀 비슷하긴 하네요.
그죠, 아삭아삭하잖아요. 그래서 한번 트라이는 해보고 싶었는데요. 그거 잘라내기가 좀 힘들더라고요.
Yeah, you got to kind of scratch away at it and pick it out.
Exactly, yeah.
Interesting. There's also the fact that it's often too big to fit into a fridge with lots of other food, and especially if the fridge is full of food, you can't really find a place for it. So it ends up staying outside, and then it quickly goes bad.
For people who live alone like me, you tend to put kimchi in the regular fridge, right? And then if you put watermelon next to it, your watermelon will start to taste like kimchi. so you got
Maybe your kimchi will taste like watermelon.
그건 아니더라고요.
그건 아니에요.
생게
그랬으면 좋겠어요.
워터멜론이라서 김치라서.
So, how is your preferred way of eating a watermelon? 이 수박을 현명하게 먹는 법, 데이비드 혹시 팁이 있나요?
한번 손을 대면은요
네.
하루 이틀 안에 다 먹어야 돼요.
Okay, eat
That's for
quickly.
me, yeah.
Okay, don't let it sit there because it will go bad.
Yeah, or it'll absorb the kimchi smell.
Okay, that's your tip.
What about you?
Eat it quickly. Well, I don't need a lot of watermelons, but I
Yeah.
like to cut it into tiny cubes. Or, 지난주에 배웠던 단어 있잖아요.
네.
Dice it up. Dice it, 깍둑 썰기 해가지고.
네.
그렇게
그러면은
먹어요.
먹기 편하고 깔끔한데요. 저는 스푼으로 파먹는 거 좋아해요. 네.
It's easy, it's clean, and I
It
don't
is.
get stuff on my face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways, and we talked about hwacha as well. Adding carbonated water and sugar, and adding other ingredients to make it really good. Mm-hmm. Now, recently there's been a service that cuts fruit into easy, bite-sized portions, and that's become very popular.
Ooh.
And a department store has launched a service to cut purchased fruits for free. And there's an average of 200 people who use this service a day.
Did you call it an apartment store?
Did I say that? I meant to say department store.
An apartment store.
Yeah, there should
아파트
be an
사는 그런 가게인가요?
아파트에 상가 있잖아요. 네.
That's true. A department store.
네.
For real. 네, 그리고 주말에는 이 서비스를 이용하기 위한 대기 시간이 2시간을 훌쩍 넘기기도 한다고 하는데요. So, pretty cool service.
Maybe.
I often see outside of some cafes, they'll have, especially in Seomyeon, there's a few like 수박 juice places.
Yeah.
And they'll be cutting it outside,
Yeah.
ready to give it to fresh to customers.
네, 맞아요. 이런 서비스 참 좋고 편리한 것 같아요. 이 고객, 손님 입장에서는, 그죠?
Yeah, exactly. Well, the differences in families these days as well has meant there has been a slight reduction in the size or in the people that are looking for big watermelons.
그죠, 맞아요. 이 1인 가구, 핵가족이 늘어나면서 커다란 수박을 찾는 사람들이 많이 줄긴 했지만 그래도 여러분 한국에서는 수박이니까요. 이 더운 여름 수박으로 한번 이겨내볼까요?
Let's do it. We started off with a watermelon song, and we're going to finish off with some good sweetness too. We've got daily segments like Chat Lab English, where you can learn various expressions about topics given to us by AI. 네, 매일마다 챗봇이 선택해주는 주제와 관련된 다양한 영어 표현과 생각들을 여러분과 함께 나눠보겠습니다. Today's topic is the everlasting magic of paper. 종이의 매력입니다. Very simple, but something that we rely on all the time. Bite English follows that, where we can learn easy but useful one sentence in English. 이제부터 궁금한 모든 영어 표현은 Bite English에 물어봐 주세요. And the last English dose, where we can learn a last bit of English at the end of the day.
That's right. And so we have that for our daily segments. We also have our weekly segments, including Heaven's Kitchen. 이 맛있는 음식 레시피로 알아보는 주방 영어 타임도 있습니다. We get to take a look at a particular food, go over some interesting expressions, and we also have News Lounge coming up, where we get to look at trending news to catch up with the current issues.
Yep, that's right. Send us all your messages to pound 9050, 샵 9050 should cost you 101, or a Kakao Talk message, or of course a YouTube live chat. Come say hello. We've got messages coming in. We're going to get to some hellos and good stuff very, very soon. Before that, we're going to listen to a song. This is 할아버지와 수박 by 강산해.
할아버지 그 하얀 수염 쓰다무시면 되나
Chat Lab English.
Hello, listeners. Hello, Nick and David. Welcome to Chat Lab English. Today's topic is the everlasting magic of paper. Paper, a medium steeped in history, continues to play a vital role in our lives today. Talk about the origins of papermaking, its significance in the spread of knowledge and culture, and the evolution of paper in a digital age. Through the conversation, highlight the joy of writing on paper, the sensory experience of flipping through books, and the nostalgic connection to handwritten letters. Ultimately, inspire listeners to embrace the timeless medium of paper, recognizing it as a tangible canvas for ideas, memories, and emotions that bridges the past and the future.
Welcome to Chat Lab English. Now, this is a segment where our AI chatbot gives us a topic to talk about, and we teach you some interesting expressions and words associated with the theme. And today's topic is the everlasting magic of paper. 종이의 매력에 대해서 한번 먼저 얘기를 해볼 건데요. 종이, 저희 종이 엄청 많이 쓰잖아요. We use a lot of paper.
We do in general in our lives. I've got a little piece here.
Yeah,
I've got this as well.
The schedule.
I feel a bit guilty, but thanks to paper, I feel like, especially literature, humanity has just evolved in such a way that we can read books, we can write down our ideas, we can draw pictures.
Exactly. Without the advent of tablets and computers, we had to rely on paper. 그러면은 paper 하면은 여러분들은 종이로 지금 어떤 거를 사용하시고 계시나요?
Papyrus paper. The old Egyptian first paper.
그런 페이퍼 보면은 진짜 이쁘게 생겼긴 했는데요.
천처럼 생겼어요.
저는 잘 못 쓸 것 같아요. 아주 구겨져서.
Yeah, that's true.
They're weak and flimsy.
Looks really cool though.
For sure.
Although, we have upgraded to some tablets as well to try and balance the paper usage here. And I feel schools are also doing the same, which is great.
Yeah.
Did you used to draw a lot of pictures when you were a kid?
Yeah, on paper. I used to also trace things using translucent paper, the really thin ones.
Yeah.
그래서 어디다 갖다 대고 이렇게 따라 그리기도 하고요.
그런 반투명 종이 있잖아요.
그죠.
Yeah.
거기에다가 이제 나중에 색깔도 칠하고 그런 재미를 많이 본 것 같아요. 종이를 가지고. Did you used to draw things on paper too?
I did. 그 책 여백에도 그렇게 그림을 많이 그렸는데.
혹시 책 코너에다가 그려가지고 플릭해서 보는 거 했어요?
했죠. It was fun. You did it over. It would be a project over like a few days.
For sure.
And then you'd flick it and it'd be really cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A simple motion of someone throwing something, right?
For sure. Well, paper is used in all of our daily lives. It is coming to a slower standstill with the advent of technology, which is a good thing still, but there are many people, many things, many jobs that require paper. So today we're going to be talking about some words and expressions about this wonderful stuff.
네, 그러면 저희 word, 단어들 먼저 한번 살펴볼게요. 첫 번째, first pair of words are 책이나 종이가 두껍다 혹은 얇다.
두껍다, 얇다. So very simple, thick and thin.
Right, thick paper or thin paper, thick book, thin book.
Like thick paper is usually artist's paper, right?
Or like
미술가 쓰는 paper가 원래 좀 thick한 편인데
뻣뻣함.
Yeah, like firm and stiff.
Yeah.
But usually, when it gets too thin, it's like tissue paper.
You could pretty much use it as a tissue paper if you actually need to go to the bathroom.
티슈 페이퍼는 원래 구겨서 예쁜 모양도 만들고 막 그런 종이잖아요.
그 엄청 thin한 페이퍼는 포장지로도 많이 쓰지 않아요? 포장지 안에 이제 가방, giftbag 안에 이렇게 뭐라고 하죠? 데코레이션으로 쓰는 거. 네.
Yeah. You would call that, I think that is tissue paper, isn't it? You stuff it with tissue paper.
No way.
Yeah.
No, tissue paper is more softer.
But super thin.
Yeah, but then tissue paper.
찢어지기 엄청 쉬운 그런 종이.
Tissue paper는 toilet paper잖아요.
아니. Not that tissue paper.
Okay.
Hey, tissue.
I was like, why would you put toilet paper and gift wrapping?
휴지 말고 you know, like colorful. If you go to like a 유치원에 가면 tissue paper, it's like different colors.
Okay, that's what you call
like
tissue paper.
Pink. What do you call it?
I don't know, gift wrap paper.
Because it's so thin and brittle and colorful.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
It's translucent. 거의 투명인데.
네. 혹시 그 terminology가 맞는지 잘 몰라서 제가
Okay.
뭐라고 말을 못 하겠어요.
캐나다에서 좀 다르게 부르겠네요. 그럼.
Yeah, we just call it
다른
gift
분들이
wrapping paper
Gift wrapping
중에서
paper.
이제 outer layer and the inner layer
Okay.
구분할 것 같아요.
Yeah.
네. But yeah, that's that. So we talked about thick or thin.
Talking about different things completely.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, what about our second pair of words?
Alright, 두 번째로 넘어가겠습니다. 명필 그리고 악필. 이 명필은 잘 쓰는 글씨고요. 이 악필은 뭐 물론 이 잘 쓰지 못하는 글씨죠.
네.
So I just said good handwriting, poor handwriting.
That's exactly how I said. Poor handwriting and good handwriting. 근데 이제 네, 말해서요.
You can say thank you. You can say bad handwriting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've got bad handwriting.
Or poor handwriting.
Right. 그리고 handwriting 할 때 글씨체라고 하면은 calligraphy라는 단어가 있잖아요.
Like 서예?
Yeah, like you have really good what do you call it? Calligraphy.
Calligraphy, I thought that was a type of like 서예, like it's an art almost.
It's almost like art, but like 글 쓰는 거에 위주로 art잖아요.
Yeah, yeah.
네, 그래서 like how it's like designing of
Okay.
the alphabets.
That's also a
basically.
type of calligraphy.
Right.
okay.
그래서 그거를 잘하는 사람은 이제 calligraphy 쪽으로 이제 전문적으로 일을 하시겠죠?
They become a calligrapher.
Right.
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, for 명필, good handwriting, 악필, poor handwriting.
Right. 네, 그러면 이제 세 번째는요. 저희가 컴퓨터로 이렇게 뭐 작업을 하다가 폰트 스타일을 고를 수 있잖아요.
Yeah, 글꼴. Font.
네.
Yeah.
Font. Yeah.
Very easy. You'll see it all the time. Font. I like the Korean word. I don't know why. I really like 글꼴.
글꼴 sounds so funny to
꼴
me.
kind of is like 상태 of something, right? Like look at their 꼴, you know? Like, it's like the state of. I think of it as like the state of the writing.
Would you say like 꼴 좀 봐라, like that, like right? 꼴 좀 봐라.
글꼴 좀 봐라.
이 글꼴이 뭐야?
Comic
이거.
Sans이네.
네, 코믹 센스네. 뭐였죠? 무슨 채? 굴림채? 서궁채?
yeah,
There's so
yeah.
many chess. I
Yeah.
think 채 is the style, right?
바탕.
바탕.
Is a good one in Korean.
And 굴림.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the basic common ones.
Yeah, for sure. It's weird because knowing English ones and now there's a whole new set to learn in Korean.
Right. What are some common ones? Like there's Times New Roman.
Times New Roman is the standard. Calibri, Arial,
Oh yeah. Yeah, Arial. There's also
Wingdings.
Wingdings?
Wingdings is like Egypt hieroglyphics.
진짜요? There's also the papyrus font.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's so creative and there are so many
So
for
many.
any situation, but we call it font, F-O-N-T.
That's right. Let's move on to phrases.
Yes.
네, 첫 번째는요. 책을 한 장씩 넘기다.
이 책의 페이지를 넘긴다는 말이죠. So to turn a book page by page, right?
Yeah.
Turn the pages of a book.
Oh, I said flip one page at a time.
Oh, flip is a good word.
Flip one page at a time.
flip는 진짜 약간 손으로 막 flipping 해가지고
그죠?
Yeah.
이렇게 딱 돼 있을 때
just
you just flip it like that.
막 넘기는 것 같은 느낌인데.
Yeah.
Flip it without really caring.
그죠? 왜냐하면 turning은 약간 이렇게 하는 거잖아요. 근데 flip은
Yeah.
이렇게 탁.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it well.
Yeah. Just quickly, without thinking much, you flip
Right.
it. You can turn it slowly though as well.
That's right. So that was our first phrase. What about our second phrase?
Second phrase, 두 번째 프레이즈는 표현은요. 프린트에 종이를 좀 넣어주세요. 이 인쇄용 종이를 좀 넣어주세요.
네, 프린트에 인쇄용 종이를 좀 넣어주세요. Can you put in some paper for the printer?
Can you put in some paper for the printer?
For the printer or
In the printer.
in the printer?
Yeah. I said, please refill the printer with paper.
Please refill the printer with some paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Refill it. You can refill it with ink. You can refill it with paper. You can refill it with love. Whatever you want to do.
If you use a laser printer,
Yeah.
refill it with toner.
Toner, that's the one.
Yeah.
Toner, yeah.
Have you used a laser printer?
Huh?
Have you used a laser
Yeah,
printer?
yeah. I used to have to use them for work. They're very fast.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we do use it.
If you use inkjet printers, they're very slow.
and they make a lot of noise.
퀄리티는 좋지만 되게 뭐 느리기도 하고
맨날 소리 내잖아요.
시끄럽기도 해가지고 그죠? 약간 dial-up internet. But
맞아요. It's really loud.
I think Jenny's saving me here. So
Yeah.
we're talking about tissue paper. You know, they're really 뭐 구겨지기 막 쉬운
아, 네.
종이 있는데
얇은
she said
종이죠.
습자지라고
오, 처음
불리는
들어봐요.
종이 같아요. 싸우지 마시고라고. Yeah, I think that hopefully that's
습자지.
it. Yeah, tissue
cool.
paper.
Okay.
Anyway, all right, move on. Let's go to number 3.
Right. 세 번째는요. 이 책은 너무 얇은 종이로 만들어져서 잘 찢어진다. Yeah.
It's made of 습자지.
I was gonna
만든
say
책이에요.
습자지로 만드는 책이에요.
Yeah, 너무 얇은 종이로 만들어져서 so it was made with very thin paper. 그래서 잘 찢어진다. So it keeps ripping.
Yeah, so I said this book's paper rips so easily because it's so thin.
Yeah, keeps ripping.
It keeps ripping.
계속 찢어진다. 잘 찢어진다. It keeps ripping. Every time I turn the page.
Yeah.
페이지를 넘길 때마다 계속 찢어져요.
그러면 그 책의 매력이 될 수도 있겠다, 그죠? 잘 찢어지는 책으로 유명해지는 거죠.
살살 다뤄야 하는 그런 책입니다.
Yeah.
Like an old 3,000-year book.
Right, you have to handle with care.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, we've been talking about paper, some words and some phrases. Now, we've got some philosophy for you.
Ooh, Jenny님's got a philosophy for us too. She said 습자지 같은 지식이라는 표현도 있대요. 아는 것이 아주 얇고 보잘것없다. Hopefully it's not one of us.
That's 같은 지식.
Yeah.
I thought we said the other one.
자식.
Oh
my.
I thought that's what.
That's like a yoke.
그렇게 읽었어요. So yeah, that's a good expression.
It is.
We would call that surface level knowledge.
Ooh, surface level knowledge. Ouch.
Yeah.
네, 약간
깊지도 않고.
아이스버그의 팁만 아는 거죠. 네.
Yeah. All right, let's do our philosophy. What's your philosophy, David?
Well, I borrowed or I took an author's words here. Richard Bach, that's the author. He said, a professional writer is an amateur who didn't quit. So, yeah, 이 아주 좋은 명언이죠. 약간 유명해지고 싶으면 유명한 작가님들은 아마추어로 시작해서 끝까지 살아남은 사람이다. 그러니까 계속 도전을 하고 새로운 걸 만들고 계속 그렇게 한 사람이죠. But this is true for any profession in the world.
For real? Yeah, good one. I said, the visionary starts with a clean sheet of paper and reimagines the world. That was by Malcolm Gladwell. 이 천재는 깨끗한 종이로 시작해서 이 세상을 새롭게 상상한다.
So it starts with a clean slate of paper.
And then they reinvent the world.
Exactly.
Yes, that's what paper
Wonderful.
does. Yeah, your imagination. That was today's Chat Lab English going over paper. 오늘 종이의 매력에 대해서 조금 알아봤는데요. Maybe you're using paper. Maybe you'll continue using paper. Maybe you've upgraded to technology, tablets.
Maybe so.
Whatever you do, keep creating.
Yes. All right. So let's move on and listen to a song. This is 모두 다 shit. It's by Jurley, requested by Jubro님. We'll listen to a song. We'll be right back. raw. Yes, chef. Welcome to Heaven's Kitchen, where Nick and I will take you on a ride to the world of cooking. 지난번에는 맛있는 중국식 계란탕 egg drop을 한번 살펴봤는데요. Did you try making an egg drop at home?
I dropped a few eggs, but I didn't make any egg drop.
You didn't make it into soup?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, 이 무더위가 계속되면서 이열치열도 당연히 좋지만 저 같으시면은 이 시원한 거를 또 좋아하실 수 있는데요. That being said, what do you guys, or how are you guys when it comes to coffee? When it comes to choosing coffee, do you get iced Americano no matter what? Or do you get hot Americano no matter what? Or do you just get it depending on your, mood or feeling?
그냥 내키는 대로.
내키는 대로?
Yeah.
근데
usually I drink ice.
그죠?
Unless it's like freezing cold and my bones are cold, then I'll drink hot.
Yeah. 그죠. 저는 근데 거의 얼죽아인 것 같아요.
Yeah, 거의 한 90% 얼죽아인 것 같아요.
네.
저도.
한 번씩 이제 어디 해외 여행 가서 호텔에서 묵으면은 그때 한 번씩 핫 아메리카노 핫 커피를 드립 해가지고
아이스가
마시면
없어서.
그런 것도 있네요. No choice, 그죠? But I asked you this because we're gonna go over one of my favorite dessert that can be easily made at home and which goes really well with coffee.
Oh.
And it's really great for the summer too.
Okay.
Now, when you have coffee and you could choose any dessert to have with, what is it usually, Nick?
I usually like coffee with brownies.
Oh,
초코
delicious.
브라운이랑 같이 먹으면 너무 잘 어울려가지고.
네.
뭐 자주 먹지는 않는데 뭐 가끔씩 뭐 한 달에 한 번씩
Oh, that's good.
treat myself 해가지고.
네, 아무래도 커피가 이 씁쓸한 맛이 있으니까 달달한 거랑 페어링이 너무 잘 되죠.
Yes.
I agree. So yeah, 커피랑 즐길 수 있는 음식이 있다면 보통 뭐 케이크 한 조각, 쿠키, 크래커 아니면 그냥 빵 아무거나 이렇게 잘 먹잖아요.
Yeah.
And these are fantastic choices, but in the sweltering summer, I think this food in particular pairs really well with hot or iced coffee.
Okay.
그래서 저희가 같이 들을 첫 클립은 이 음식을 먹기 위해서 해야 하는 행위에서 나오는 소리입니다. 그래서 연속으로 한 3번 정도 나오니까 참고해 주시고요. 무슨 음식을 먹기 위해 나오는 소리인지 한번 맞춰 보시면 됩니다. We're gonna take a listen to a sound when you do something to this food before you eat it. All right, so let's listen to the sound. What do you think that sound is?
It sounds like lots of ripping of
네.
like lids and stuff. 이건
그죠.
뚜껑을 막 찢는 소리인가요?
맞아요. 뚜껑을 열고 찢는 소리였어요. 그리고 first tap sound, like 탁탁 소리는요. 그 여기서 유튜브 찍은 사람이 스푼으로 이 통을 친 소리였어요. Like an ASMR thing.
Tapping it.
Yeah, it was tapping it on top of it.
Wake up.
And then you take off the lid and you rip something off.
Okay. Usually if you're drinking like a fizzy drink or a beer and you think it's shaken up, you
Yeah.
tap the lid with a spoon
Oh, yeah.
and it 뭐 가라앉게 하잖아요.
Supposedly, right? Yeah. So here, the sound was someone opening the plastic cover of a tub of frozen yogurt. So we're going to be talking about frozen yogurt today. Do you guys like frozen yogurt? In American English, we call it froyo for short. Same thing in British English?
I've never had frozen yogurt.
Maybe.
Just yogurt.
그러면 frozen yogurt가 그
요거트를 얼려서 먹는 거예요?
뭐 단순히 생각하면은 그런 개념이긴 해요.
I've heard of it from American TV shows.
Okay.
근데 영국에서는 frozen 요거트를 안 먹는 것 같아요.
오케이. 그럴 수도 있죠.
I mean, I've seen it on shows. Like, I've seen in America they have like froyo like ice cream bars.
Yes.
But I've never had it.
Okay, all right. So maybe you might try this at home, Nick,
Okay.
after hearing this little segment. It's really simple to make. And like you said, it's basically yogurt in a freezer. Like you just freeze it and you eat it like that. But there are some guidelines I'll tell you, and you can make this froyo taste better.
Okay.
And so I summarized some pro tips when making this froyo, how to make froyo according to thekitchen.com. And so when you eat or make yogurt at home or frozen yogurt at home, you would have to choose the one that is very, very creamy. 보통 이렇게 요거트를 사서 집에서 드시면은 오래된 요거트는 물이 위에 고여 있잖아요. That's because yogurt is made with a lot of water.
Oh, so it's like rising to the top.
Right. So if you use that kind of yogurt to make frozen yogurt, your yogurt will be very icy and very crystallized.
Ooh.
그래서 별로 그렇게 좋지는 않아요.
Oh, 너무 맛있겠는데?
너무 아이스가 많으면은 그 크리미 텍스처가 없어져요. 더 아삭아삭. 그래서 아삭아삭한 걸 좋아하시면은 you would use that. But ideally, if you want a smooth tasting frozen yogurt, you want to choose a yogurt that is high in fat content versus the water content.
저는 항상 그 물이 곰팡이라고 생각했거든요. 그래서 이 물이 생기면 바로 버리는 편이에요.
아깝다.
Because I thought like, it's got like liquid on the top. 좀 버려야겠다.
저는 항상 이렇게 섞어서 먹어요. 그 곰팡이 아니고 그냥 물이에요, 물.
Okay, because it's kind of like milky, 약간
you're so
뽀얀
funny.
약간 그런 색깔이잖아요.
네, 맞아요.
잘못했네.
네, 그냥 먹어도 되는 거예요.
Okay.
As long as
I
it
didn't know
doesn't
that.
taste bad.
Okay, I
Good
didn't know,
job.
yeah.
It's full of good bacteria, right? So yeah, in this video clip, which I'll play in a bit, this lady mixed honey to her yogurt before freezing it. Now, okay, before we get there, actually, when choosing the yogurt with high fat content, you would want to look for whole milk yogurt. Whole milk yogurt, or the one with the highest fat content.
It's a bit thicker and creamier, right?
네, 그래서 이제 쇼핑을 해보실 때 요거트 중에서 지방이 제일 많은 걸 고르시면 제일 좋아요. And then with the yogurt at hand, you would mix a bit of honey or any sweetener. Sugar is fine too.
I love 고지방 우유.
고지방 우유.
Yeah.
갑자기.
I don't know. Because in England when we buy milk, there are 3 colors.
네.
항상 이런 색깔이 있거든요.
네.
Blue, green, red.
Yeah.
Blue is 고지방, green is 약간 중간,
네.
and the red is 진짜 저지방. I always got the blue because I loved like creamier milk.
참 신기한 게 캐나다, I mean we're going off topic here. 근데 캐나다에서는요. 빨간 게 high content였어요.
Oh, really?
High fat content.
Oh.
And you might laugh. 웃길 수도 있는데요. 캐나다에서는 homo milk라고 해요. Homo milk.
Oh.
Because it's homogenized milk. It's short for homogenized milk.
Okay.
And then we call it skim milk for the blue colored ones, which is less fat.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then I don't know what the other colors, but
full fat, semi-skimmed and skinned.
exactly.
Yeah.
But there's ones that are higher. Whole milk is like 5% up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah. Oh, I've never tried it.
Oh, really?
너무 fat content가 많아서.
진짜 맛있어요.
왠지
거의
그거
크림 같은 맛이
마시면
나요.
그 혈관 막힐 것 같은
그죠?
느낌이에요.
그렇긴 해요. 근데 맛있어요.
예, 그래서 결론은 그 high fat milk로 만들어진 요거트를 고르시면 돼요. And also adding sweeteners to your yogurt before freezing it, it's crucial because when you freeze yogurt, 그 단맛이 사라지거든요. 그러니까 단맛이 얕아져요.
Yeah.
So you would add sugar or honey to sweeten things up.
Just give it a boost.
Exactly, boost in the
Sweetness.
in the sweetness of course, and also sugar makes the frozen yogurt creamier.
Oh.
It somehow acts scientifically. 그 chemistry가 there's chemistry behind it, where I
Yeah.
guess the sugar particles kind of connect with the fat portion, and then it makes
okay.
it creamier.
Okay.
So that's why you add sugar to it.
이 설탕이 막 녹아가지고 조금 더 크리미하게 만들어서.
맞아요. 그 물을 좀 더 없애주고.
아.
네. So you really don't want to have any water in your yogurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so yeah, but if you don't like sugar, you can add honey, and other pro tip is to add a bit of corn syrup. Apparently, corn 시럽을 넣으면은 이 아이스 크리스탈 포밍하는 거를 prevent 할 수 있대요. Yeah. So yes, freezing dulls the sweet flavor. So try to add more sweetness to it. But now once you have your sweetened yogurt ready to be frozen or churned란 단어가 나오거든요. 여기서. Do you know the churned?
이 원래 버터를 만들 때 이
맞아요.
churn이라고 하죠.
맞아요.
우유를 churn 해가지고 뭐지 그냥 섞어서
네.
잘 섞어.
맞아요. 잘 젓는 게 churn이거든요. CHURN, churn, to
네.
churn. 근데 여기서도 이제 아이스크림 만들 때 아이스크림 메이커 혹시 아시나요? Do you know like this ice cream maker machines?
Oh, maybe if I saw it.
Yeah, it's basically this round tub with like fans.
Oh, and it's like a whirring round and round.
Yeah. 천천히 이렇게 돌잖아요.
It's really cool.
그리고 이 통 자체가 차갑고요.
Oh, yeah.
It slowly freezes it.
Yeah.
네, 그거를 하나 사시면 되는데 좀 뭐 기계가 뭐 싼 것도 아니고.
It's like an industrial 공장에서만 쓰는 기계인데.
네, 그래서 그거를 사용하시면은 you would use the machine to churn it for you.
Yeah.
But I just hand churn it.
그죠. 근데 시간 많이 걸리겠죠.
그래서 핸드로 그냥 대충 churn하고요. 얼려 놓으면 돼요.
Yeah.
Yeah.
저는 버터를 한번 만들어 먹은 적이 있거든요.
Oh, wow.
너무 많이 churn해가지고 손이 진짜 아팠어요.
운동 됐겠네요.
운동 완전 됐겠어요.
한쪽만
완전
굴고
됐어요.
파파이처럼.
Yeah, just my right arm. Yeah.
Yeah, so 손으로 가능하고 손으로 대충 churn하면은 그냥 frozen yogurt, regular frozen yogurt를 만들 수 있는데요. If you use an ice cream maker, what's good with that is you get to control the consistency of it.
Yeah.
And you can make it basically a soft serve yogurt or soft serve frozen yogurt. 그러면은 좀 엄청 부드러운 텍스처로 나오겠죠?
It sounds good. I mean, I love yogurt in general, but frozen yogurt sounds really good for summer.
I know, with coffee, right? 너무 맛있을 것 같아요.
It would be good with coffee too.
Yeah.
We have some messages coming in. 미역스텔리님 saying froyo 종류 고르고 토핑을 골라서 친구들이랑 먹었던 추억이 떠올라요. 이 만드는 방법 알려주셔서 감사합니다.
아, 네. 다음번에 한번 친구들이랑 만들어서 알려주세요. show us pictures of your final product.
제니님 also 저는 요거트에 오트밀, 과일 조합 좋아합니다. 아이들을 시리얼, 과일 and honey.
I love it. 네, 그 요거트 자체를 freeze 안 하고 그냥 nuts 이런 거랑 많이 섞어서 드시잖아요. We're actually going to listen to a clip on how to make frozen yogurt at home made by Lunch with Lisa, a YouTuber. So let's check it out.
How I make my frozen yogurt. Start with some yogurt, add some lime juice, and some honey to sweeten it up. Stir it together and pour it into some ice cubes. Throw those in the freezer. And once they're frozen, you can blend them up in your food processor till they get a nice, soft consistency. Then you're gonna have to freeze this again. Just pour it into a bowl, and then once it's frozen and not too hard, you can scoop it out and enjoy some nice frozen yogurt.
Yeah, so try making that froyo at home using
I-
high-fat content milk.
For sure.
Yeah,
Can I not just get yogurt and freeze it?
you can.
Okay.
But like I said, 그런 요거트는 물이 많이 함량이 돼 있어서
Right.
엄청 뭔가 icy crystallized and frozen 요거트가 될 수 있어요. So try it out. 이것도 얼어보고 저것도 얼어보고 하시면 될 것 같아요.
Okay.
네.
Well, 제니님 says, Nick, 그 물은 유청 같은 건데 우유의 단백질 지방 빼고 남은 액체?
그죠? 그냥 물이에요, 물.
Yeah.
네, 물이랑 그냥 그 하얀 거 그냥
Like the-
밀크랑 섞이는
Just the
그런
like
물이 나오죠.
leftover of the milk liquid.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It might have some protein in it too.
I learned something today.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right. So yeah, let us know as well what ingredients, what toppings you would throw in with your frozen yogurt to eat. Because I remember living in Canada, I used to go to these ice cream good shops and stuff, and you can add frozen yogurt to a cup, and you add in whatever toppings you want, and you pay by the weight of it.
Really?
Yeah. So they put it on a scale, and if
Yeah.
it's like 몇 그램, 몇백 그램, 그러면 그 그램에 대한 돈을 지불하는 그런 숍도 있었거든요.
That sounds good. That sounds a fair way to do it.
Yeah, so you would add like chocolate syrup to it,
Yeah.
and bananas, fruits, and berries, and whatever.
역시, the North Americans are very serious about their froyo.
Yeah, we are.
It sounds great.
맛있어요.
It sounds great. I'd love to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we had some froyo today. Hopefully you guys could try this at home and let us know how you ended up making your final product of froyo. We'll listen to a song and we'll be right back. Actually, we'll see you at 5 for our second hour, right?
We will indeed.
Oh, is it good to go?
It's
We're good to go.
We're good to go.
All right, we're going to listen to 아이스크림 사랑 by 임병수.
길을 걸으며
부산을 한 장의 사진에 담는다면 어디로 가야 할까요? 꼬꼬마 시절 이때만큼은 세상을 내려다보며 꿈을 키웠고 용돈을 모아 산 사진기는 아직도 서랍 속에 있습니다. 시간이 흘러 키는 자라고 사진은 어디서든 찍을 수 있는 세상이 되었지만 부산의 진짜 모습을 보기 위해서는 같이 가볼 곳이 있습니다. 광복동에서 부산을 내려다보며 우리와 함께 해온 그곳. 새롭게 불을 밝힌 다이아몬드 타워와 함께 용두산 공원이 우리를 다시 찾아왔습니다. 북한과 남항, 멀리 남구와 해운대까지 부산을 한눈에 담을 수 있는 그곳. 알록달록 꽃시계와 함께 다시 시민의 품으로 돌아온 용두산 공원은 부산의 또 하나의 명소입니다. 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
저희 중소기업은 광고비가 제일 부담되죠.
코바코에서 TV, 라디오 광고비 지원받으세요.
혁신형 중소기업 방송광고 지원 제도로 광고비 70% 할인이나 250% 보너스 광고 지원.
코바코로 문의하세요. 051-751-0400.
Do you want to be the star of this week's My Life, My English? Have you ever made friends abroad with your English skills? What about English getting you the opportunity of a lifetime? Tell us about your English journey.
이번 주 마이 라이프 마이 잉글리시 코너 주인공을 찾습니다. 영어로 인생의 새로운 기회를 잡았던 경험 있나요? 여러분의 영어 도전기를 들려주세요.
My Life, My English is open to anyone 20 years or older. All participants get a small payment, a souvenir, and an invitation to our Global Citizens Networking Party.
만 20세 이상 부산 시민은 누구나 참여하실 수 있는 마이 라이프 마이 잉글리시. 참가자 전원에게는 소정의 출연료와 기념품, 그리고 이번 가을에 펼쳐질 세계 시민 네트워킹 파티 우선 초대권을 드립니다.
For details, visit www.befm.or.kr.
더 넓은 세계를 향한 여러분의 도전을 응원합니다.
Have you ever wondered what goes on inside BFM studios? Well, wonder no more. You can now listen to as well as watch all of BFM shows. We're bringing BFM even closer to you. Starting May 1st, you can watch all of our shows live on YouTube. Search for 부산영어방송 to catch live streams of your favorite BFM programs. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. You do not want to miss out.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
새로 배운 영어 표현은 앙 물어보고
모르는 영어 표현은 잉 물어보셔라. 교통부터 비즈니스 영어까지.
Bite into new English expressions.
When somebody says, "How are you?" what do you usually say? You could say, "I'm fine, and you?" But how about saying, "I'm great," or "I'm doing fantastic"?
You know, there are so many ways you can respond to these questions, and if you're curious on how to answer, how to respond to these questions, all you have to do is to ask us.
That's right, because in this segment, we'll dig into one sentence per day. So don't hesitate or be afraid to ask any English expressions. 네, 궁금한 표현이 있다면 물어봐 주세요.
Today's Bite English expression is I don't blame you. 네 탓하는 건 아니야. I don't blame you.
I don't blame you for this prod thing. 나 원래 I don't blame you라는 표현이 이 두 가지의 뜻이 있잖아요.
맞아요.
네 탓하는 건 아니야. I'm not blaming you. 근데 I don't blame you라고 할 땐 like 나도 그래.
It means I understand you.
나도 그래. 나도 이해해.
I got you.
Yeah, like for example, David, you were there was a big buffet, but the 사장님 said 이거 먹으면 안 돼, David. 근데 you were so hungry, David. 내가 너무 배고파가지고 다 먹어버렸어요.
나쁜 사람 만들었네요.
그죠? 예, 그죠. 죄송해요. 그냥 예시인데.
I don't blame you.
I come on, David. It's okay. I don't blame you. 나도 그랬을 거야. I don't blame you.
그렇죠. 예시를 만들기 위해서 내가 희생양이 됐으니까 I don't blame you.
잘했어요, David. Thank you. 그 I don't blame you도 있는데
네, 맞아요.
여기서는 네 탓하는 건 아니야라는 뜻으로 쓰입니다. I'm not blaming you 더 맞을 것 같은데요. I'm not blaming you.
그렇죠. 여기서 우리가 표현하고 싶은 거는 I understand you 같아요. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
근데 만약에 누구의 탓을 하고 싶지 않다면 I'm not blaming you. I don't want to blame you. I'm not blaming you.
Yeah. I'm not blaming you. It's not your fault. I'm not saying it's your fault. So we understood when we can use this expression. Actually, when can we use this expression?
Like I'm not blaming you.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming you를 하고 싶은 표현은 할 수 있는 표현은요.
데이비드 원래 음식이 엄청 많이 있었는데 근데 갑자기 없어져가지고 I'm not blaming you. 근데 누가 이거 다 먹었어?
니기 먹었어.
아니 내가 먹었는데. 내가 먹었는데.
몰래 밤에 자고 나와서
I'm
몰래
not
먹는 거
blaming
봤어요.
you, David, but it was here before you got here.
It was here before I got here, so you know of it. So you're the one who ate it.
And I'm not blaming you, but I'm going to tell the boss. 예, 그럴 땐 I'm not blaming you이라고 할 수 있죠. 네 탓하는 건 아니야. So blame이라는 단어가 있잖아요. 이 탓하다, 책임, you know, it's like blaming, putting the 탓을 돌리는 거죠.
그렇죠. Responsibility가 했던 행동을 다른 사람한테 돌리는 거를 이제 탓하는 거잖아요. That's to blame others or to blame someone.
A similar expression, you could say, I'm not accusing you. 너에게 누명을 씌우는 게 아니야. You know, I'm not putting the blame on you. I'm not accusing you.
Accusing sounds even more stronger, actually.
약간 경찰이 있어.
Accusing이라고 하면 진짜 formal한 느낌이 같고요. 약간 진짜 범죄 느낌이에요.
범죄가 너다.
너란 거 말하는 게 아닌데 혹시 그냥 궁금해서 물어보는 거야 이런 느낌이죠.
Yeah. I'm not accusing you. I'm not blaming you.
I'm not blaming you. 어떤 톤으로 하면 좋을까요?
I'm not blaming you. You know.
I'm not blaming you, but.
Yeah, exactly. Usually, you would say it with like a sense of kindness, like, look, I'm really annoyed. There was loads of food here. No, I'm not blaming you. Okay, 이거 좀 알아주세요. I'm not blaming you, but.
그렇죠. 왜냐하면 상대방에게 화를 내는 거를 최대한 막기 위해서 말하는 거기 때문에. 그 전 스텝이잖아요. 그렇기 때문에 I'm not blaming you, but something happened.
하지만
something happened.
I am blaming you. I'm not blaming you, but I am really.
Oh no.
Yeah. How would you react to this then, David? If I said, look, David, 원래 음식이 엄청 많았는데 I'm not blaming you, but there was a lot of food here.
Well, I would just act myself.
Go on then.
So tell me what happened exactly?
Look, you know, David, I'm not blaming you, but there was so much food, and when I came back, it was all gone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Nick.
No way. No way. It couldn't have been Nick. He's so kind and honest.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, I'm not blaming you.
All right, so not blaming you. 오늘의 표현 한번 배워봤습니다. 네 탓하는 건 아니야.
Now, we do want to remind you of something that is blameless, and those are the gifts that we give here. We'll be giving all of this food away for free. So you don't need to feel guilty about that. What do we have?
We've got lots and lots of gifts, including 반반 치킨 콜라 세트, 햄버거 쿠폰, 아이스크림 교환권, 떠먹는 조각 케이크 교환권, 도넛 교환권.
그리고 놀라운 착시의 세계를 즐길 수 있는 착시미술관 Museum of Illusion 관람 티켓도 있습니다.
네, 부산 대표 랜드마크 해운대 LCT에 위치한 하늘 위의 바다 부산 엑서스카이 전망대 입장권 1인당 2매씩 선물로 드립니다.
And if you're a resident of Busan, you can get 50% off of the regular price from August the 1st to the 13th. So go check it out.
네, 부산 시민분들이라면 8월 1일부터 13일까지 50% 할인된 가격에 관람을 할 수 있다고 하니까요. 부산의 여름을 높은 곳에서 한번 내려다 보시는 것도 좋을 것 같습니다. In English, we've got chicken cola combo coupon, hamburger coupon, donut coupon, a slice of cake, and ice cream coupon.
That is correct. And as well, tickets for the Museum of Illusion in Busan Cinema Center, Biff Hill, Haeundae, where you can explore some great illusions and take a few pictures too.
Yes, as well as admission tickets for Busan Access Sky Top Floor Observatory, which is located at LCT in Haeundae, the highest point in Busan. We've also got something special for you. We also have opera tickets for you guys.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
The opera Tosca will be performed at Busan Cultural Center Main Theater on August the 26th and the 27th at 3 p.m.
네, 맞습니다. 오페라 토스카 뮤지컬이 부산에 찾아옵니다. 8월 26일과 27일 부산문화회관 대극장에서 열리는 이 공연에 여러분을 초대합니다.
네, 오페라 티켓을 원하시는 분은 오페라라고 쓰시고 누구와 함께 보러 가고 싶은지 저희에게 보내주시면 됩니다. We're gonna give away randomly tickets to how many listeners? X number of listeners.
A lot
2
of
tickets
listeners.
each.
2 tickets each. Yeah. Per person, you could win 2 tickets to take a loved one or a friend. Are you an opera fan?
I do like to watch it from time to time. 한 번씩 보러 가는 건 좋아해요. But I'm not like a big fan of.
예, 완전 팬이라고 하기 조금 그런데.
네.
근데 좋아하긴 해요.
그냥 문화 체험하기로 한 번씩 가는 것 같아요. 저는.
Time to say goodbye.
We still have 50 minutes to go.
We're gonna give you tickets instead of listen to our opera. We're gonna take a song break and we'll be right back. This is Nothing on You by Park Jae-bom.
Beautiful girls all over the world. I could be chasing, but my time would be wasted. They got nothing on you, baby. And nothing on you.
It's time for Flash Pop Quiz. 네, 오늘 우리가 시작할 때 수박으로 이야기를 시작했는데요. 아직 덥다고 느끼시는 분들을 위해 퀴즈도 시원하게 수박으로 준비했습니다. We'll play you a short children's song clip about watermelon.
That's right. You'll be able to hear one particular musical instrument in the lyrics. 네, 노래에 귀를 기울이시면 악기가 하나 나오는데요. 수박을 먹는 모습이 이 악기를 부는 것과 닮았다고 해서 이 악기의 이름이 등장하게 됩니다. 자, 잘 들어보시고 노래 가수 속에 들어있는 악기가 무엇인지 맞춰주세요. David, your hair looks like 이렇게 말 꼬리가 있잖아요.
어떻게 알았어요?
앞에 말 꼬리처럼 막 흔들려가지고.
맞아요. It's a horse's tail.
But you had some comments saying your hair looked lovely today.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's
it does. It's getting long.
I got a haircut, but I'm actually growing it. 그래서 정리 컷을 했어요.
Oh, just tidying up.
이게 I'm gonna make it as long as here.
Whoa.
And I'm gonna put it back.
Yeah.
Slick back 하려고 하는데요.
약간 갱스터처럼.
그냥
okay.
그냥 해보려고요.
Okay,
I'm just trying.
I think you look pretty gangster.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, we listened to that song clip. Did you hear what musical instrument was in there?
I gave you a hint. I was doing this.
Yeah. He wasn't eating 옥수수.
Not a pen or anything.
옥수수 먹기 아니었습니다.
네.
He was playing an instrument, a really cool instrument that I think a lot of people learn when they're young. 어릴 때 한번 배웠는데.
근데요, 저는
진지하게 안 배웠어요.
네, 배우는데요. 무슨 노트를 어떻게 부르는지 몰라요.
그냥 막 했어요.
한번 부르면 여러 가지 소리가 많이 나와가지고요. 이런 소리 나오잖아요.
Yeah. So we got a few of these answers coming in, which is great to see. Keep sending the answers to pound 9050, sharp 9050, which will cost you 101, or a Kakao Talk message. We're going to take a song break and then we'll be right back. This is Cool With You by New Jeans.
You know me like no other.
Eugene's with Cool With You. That was the song we just listened to, welcoming you back to the 4 p.m. duo. It's now 5:17 on the clock, and we are in the middle of our Flash Pop quiz.
That's right. We played you this clip, a song, in the song, and they mentioned this musical instrument that resemble eating watermelon, right? And we can give you another hint. It's grandmother car.
I had to think about that. Yeah, there we go. This song is used in some great music. Actually, one of my favorite Beatles songs uses the harmonica in a beautiful way.
Oh, we gave away the answer.
Oh, I just gave away the answer. And the answer is harmonica, everybody. harmo니카입니다. Yeah, we get loads of messages coming in. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look at what we got. We got 인수님 saying harmonica. 4pm duo 화이팅. 감사합니다.
네.
이성표님 saying harmonica. 맞습니다.
Yeah, you're right. We have Jenny님 as well saying 네, 커다란 수박 하나 잘 익었나? 통통통 단숨에 쪼개니 속이 보이네. 몇 번 더 쪼갠 후에 너도 나도 들고서 우리 모두 하모니카 신나게 불어요. That's right. Harmonica was the answer. 미역스타 이님 also saying harmonica 정답입니다. 동생이 하모니카 배워서 세 개를 한 번에 들고 화음도 넣고 연주하는데 정말 좋더라고요. Wow, I've never imagined playing 3 harmonicas in a single time.
Yeah.
진짜 화음도 잘 맞추고 하면 진짜 멋있을 것 같아요.
가끔씩 그 1인 밴드가 있잖아요. 그래서 막 약간 뒤에 막 이 북도 있고 기타도 있고 색소폰도 있고 하모니카도 있어가지고
이렇게 움직이면서 하잖아요.
boom, boom. It's so incredible.
One man show.
Yeah, and they usually play harmonicas really, really well. Yeah. Loving all of these coming in. You know, you don't hear so much harmonica sometimes.
I hear it a lot in music, but I don't see people playing harmonicas outside a whole lot anymore.
Yeah.
It should become another trend. It should be a trend again.
You know, it's always been good throughout classical music. And so, to our lovely listeners, we have prepared a prize, a hamburger set. Who are we going to give it away to?
We're going to give away our hamburger set to 8972번님 축하드립니다.
Congratulations. Thank you, everybody, for participating. You're all legends. But don't worry, because there's loads more stuff coming your way, and we do have other prizes too. Now, we're going to listen to a song because it has a really, really nice harmonica in it.
Yeah, and you like this song, don't you?
It's a Beatles song. This is Love Me Do. We'll be right back.
News Lounge.
Welcome to News Lounge. We have none other than Yeji PD in the house. Woohoo!
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. Hello, everyone.
안녕하십니까.
안녕하십니까.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're here to tell us all of the important pieces of news that we may have missed over the weekend, and it has been a really eventful, to say the least, weekend of news. So can you tell us what is our first piece of news?
Yes. So I did bring two major domestic stories to go over, and the first one is about the World Scout Jamboree that's being held in Korea right now.
That's a big piece of news. We've heard it over the weekend and over last week as well. Some quite controversial things happening right now.
저는 어렸을 때 보이스카우트여서 되게 마음에 와닿아요, 이 스토리가.
그러면은 그 보이스카우트였으면은 많은 활동도 했겠네요.
그죠. Yeah, and there was always jamborees, where all the global scouts would gather.
Oh, wow.
But can you tell us what is a scout jamboree?
Yes, so according to the official site, the World Scout Jamboree is one of the largest outdoor educational events for youth in the world. So it normally takes place about every 4 years and is for scouts between the ages of 14 to 17 from more than 150 member organizations. 네, 이 세계 스카우트 잼버리는 세계 스카우트 연맹이 4년마다 개최하는 전 세계적인 청소년 야영 축제 활동인데요. 이 전 세계 150개 회원국에서 수만 명의 청소년과 지도자들이 참가하여서 다양한 프로그램을 통해 문화 교류와 우애를 나눔으로써 청소년들이 세계 시민으로 성장하는 데 기여하는 그런 세계 최대의 청소년 국제 행사라고 보면 될 것 같습니다.
That's right. Yeah, it's a great place for young people usually to learn life skills. You know, I'd learn about camping, tying knots, being a good citizen.
Right, how to survive when you go out. Also, it's great to be in an organization to meet other students and scouts around the world, and that's why we have this big event happening.
For sure, it takes place in different countries each time, and this year's jamboree was held in Korea.
Yes, in Saemangum, North Jeolla Province from August 1st to 12th. And this year's theme is Draw Your Dream, 너의 꿈을 펼쳐라. So, however, on Saturday, the World Scouting Body urged Korea to cut the jamboree short as thousands of British scouts began leaving the campsite. And as of broadcast time, so right now, U.S., British and Singaporean contingents decided to leave the site. So before we, get deeper into the story, I did bring a clip, and here's a clip from Al Jazeera.
It was supposed to be fun. Tens of thousands of scouts coming together from 158 countries. That was until a heat wave hit the Busan region of South Korea. Now, hundreds of teenagers are experiencing heat-related sicknesses, and the government has been forced to step in.
From now on, the government of the Republic of Korea, the central government, will take the lead and be in charge of safety management and smooth operation of the event until all the participants leave.
The World Scout Jamboree is described as the world's largest youth camp, bringing together scouts from all over the world every 4 years. Countries take turns hosting the event. But the Jamboree in South Korea has faced criticisms, with reports of substandard bathrooms and sanitation on the campsite. Military doctors have been deployed to the event, with temperatures hitting 35 degrees Celsius. That's proved too much for some, with thousands of American and British scouts pulling out of the Jamboree altogether.
It sounds very heartbreaking and dangerous as well.
네, 맞습니다. 이 지금 전북에 위치한 새만금에서 이루어지고 있는 이 세계 스카우트 잼버리는요. 8월 1일부터 이번 주 토요일까지 이루어질 예정인데 하지만 이 영국, 미국, 싱가포르 대표단이 이 줄줄이 퇴영하면서 이 세계 스카우트 연맹도 잼버리 중단을 권고했다고 합니다.
So tell us exactly what happened with all the weather and all the things that are happening right now.
For starters, hundreds of teenagers have reportedly fallen ill as the sweltering heat wave continues to sweep the entire country. And on Thursday alone, more than 1,000 people visited the on-site hospital at the World Scout Jamboree. And of the people who visited the hospital, 250 reported skin rashes, 138 had heat-related illnesses, and more than 300 had bug bites. And Fortunately, none were in a critical condition, according to the official from the Jeonbuk Fire Service. Moreover, there's been a COVID-19 outbreak to further escalate the concerns, and some angry parents have called for the 12-day event to be canceled altogether. And by the way, it does cost about $6,500 to send one scout to the jamboree.
Wow.
네, 이 보도에 따르면 찌는 듯한 폭염이 전국을 계속 휩쓸고 있기 때문에 수백 명의 참가 학생들이 온열 질환에 시달려야 했다고 합니다. 1,000명이 넘는 학생들은 현장 병원을 방문해야 됐고 병원을 방문한 학생들 중에서는 피부 발진, 온열 질환 질병, 그리고 벌레가 이제 물고 간 상처 등의 증상이 있었다고 합니다. 더욱 심각한 건 이 코로나19도 발생을 해서 이 참가 학생들의 부모님들의 컴플레인이 좀 장난이 아니었다고 하는데요. 그럴 만도 합니다. 왜냐하면 이 잼버리에 참가시키려고 하면 학생당 $6,500, 하나로면 한 850만 원 정도의 참가비를 내고 오는 거라고 하네요.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, and you know, jamboree is usually in a festival that's held outside in a big field. Lots of people getting hot and acting around, you know, doing activities. So, of course, this heat wave and with COVID on top of that is going to cause some problems.
For sure. It wasn't just the site itself, but the climate, the weather issue was also a big thing here happening at Jamboree site. So are the concerns primarily then due to the heat wave?
Well, unfortunately, the criticism has been for various things. First and foremost, the perceived lack of preparation for the large-scale event hosting about 43,000 young scouts from 158 countries this year. The fact that we just had a very wet monsoon season followed by the unrelenting heat didn't really help because the site, the campground themselves were still muddy in some areas, and you know, still water and heat leads to mosquitoes. So, and then the report started, you know, emerging of boiled eggs that appeared to be rotten and moldy, and one of the UK team told BBC's Seoul correspondent that the decision to pull out was not based just on the extreme heat, but was also down to the facility and food. And they described the campsite toilets as a health risk and said children's dietary needs were not being met. 네, 이게 또 날씨가 더운 것 때문에 아이들이 참가가 힘든 거면 뭐 이제 어찌저찌 이렇게 뭐 더위를 식히는 이런 처치를 할 수도 있겠죠. 하지만 이번 잼버리의 문제는 단순히 날이 덥다는 것보다는 4만 명이 넘게 참가하는 이 대규모 행사의 준비 부족이었다는 지적이 많이 나오고 있습니다. 왜 저희 몇 주 전에 비가 아주 많이 왔잖아요. 그래서 이 새만금 부지는 물이 고여있는 진흙 상태인 곳이 많았고요. 그리고 이 고인물, 그리고 더위, 무슨 말이겠습니까? 모기 천국입니다. 그리고 또 아이들이 먹으라고 준 계란에서 곰팡이가 핀 사건도 있었고, 그리고 아이들이 쓰는 화장실도 위생적으로 아주 좋지 않은 상태였다고 하네요.
Man, it's just like bad incident over on top of each other. So it's just like, you know, worst to worst.
Right. Well, actually, long before the start of the event, critics had raised concerns about bringing that many young people to a vast, treeless area lacking protection from the summer heat. And it gets worse, though, because some areas, stores, including major convenience stores, have been accused of price gouging on items like water and ice during an event where thousands of teens are being so negatively affected. 네, 이 사실 행사가 시작하기 전에 이 새만금이라는 장소에 대한 우려가 굉장히 많았어요. 왜냐하면 이 새만금에는 그늘을 만들어줄 수 있는 나무가 없거든요. 근데 이 엎친 데 덮친 격으로 학생들이 물도 사 먹고 뭐 간식도 사 먹고 하는 이 편의점에서 물건 가격표를 떼버리는 등의 가격 바가지 논란이 또 이렇게 생기는 바람에 이 잼버리의 부정적인 여론은 더욱 더 거세졌습니다.
Right. Yeah. I guess when we knew a heat wave was coming, maybe it would have been nice, you know, somewhere with trees, somewhere with shelter could have been prepared, or at least some artificial ones as well.
For sure.
Now, we did hear in the clip that the government has actually stepped in, right?
네, 맞습니다. So President Yoon Suk-yeol instructed the government Friday to provide unlimited air-conditioned buses and refrigerator trucks to protect the young participants attending the jamboree. And Prime Minister Han Duck-soo also visited the 새만금 site, pledging all-out government support to ensure the safety of the scouts. 네, 이 윤석열 대통령은 잼버리에 참석하는 어린 참가들을 보호하기 위해서 에어컨이 설치된 버스와 냉장고 트럭을 무제한으로 제공하라고 지시를 했으며 이 한덕수 국무총리도 새만금 현장을 방문해 스카우트 안전을 위해 정부의 총력 지원을 약속했다고 합니다.
Right. It certainly doesn't really good for not just the citizens of Korea, but around the world as well. It could be a public relations nightmare.
맞습니다.
So, what do you think about this?
So the government is taking this quite seriously, and a foreign ministry official announced that the task force had been established to streamline communications between event organizers and diplomatic missions. Hopefully, all the problem gets worked out. 이 정부는 지금 이 사안을 꽤 심각하게 받아들이고 있고, 이 안전 대책을 위해 범정부 안전관리 태스크포스를 운영을 하고 있다고 해요. 이번 주 토요일까지 진행되는 이 세계 스카우트 잼버리 더 이상은 탈 없이 잘 진행되었으면 좋겠습니다.
Right, we do hope that the kids they get their money's worth in the end, and they are safe, protected from the heat, and they can enjoy the rest of their time in Korea, and hopefully turn things around to give them a more positive view of the country as well.
Absolutely.
So, we've got another story as well. Can you tell us about that?
네, so I'm sure many of our listeners have been horrified to hear about this recent stabbing rampage in Seongnam recently, right? Well, according to the officials on Saturday, now Seoul police have apprehended 3 more people suspected of threatening to commit copycat crimes in Seoul. 네, 저번 주 경기도 성남에서 일어난 칼부림 사건 기억하실 텐데요. 저도 그 기사를 보고 좀 엄청 놀랐던 기억이 나요. 한국에서 서울에서 이런 일이? 근데 이 서울 경찰에 따르면 저번 주 토요일을 기준으로 이 모방 범죄를 저지르려고 했던 3명이 붙잡혔다고 하네요. And I did bring a clip for this news as well. So let's take a listen. This is from the Reuters.
South Koreans are reeling after the second stabbing attack near the city of Seoul in days. Police say a man on Thursday rammed his car into pedestrians in a town near the capital. He then exited the vehicle and stabbed some people, wounding at least 14. 77-year-old Lee Young-ja witnessed the attack firsthand.
I heard people screaming, shouting "Mom," and crying here. I was standing here and one man came up and said, "A man is stabbing people downstairs." I was scared, so I ran away.
Police confirmed 2 victims were in critical condition. Media reports described the suspect as a man in his 20s with a delivery job and suffering from mental health issues. The unexplained attack occurred days after another rare stabbing near Shilium subway station in Seoul, which killed 1 person and wounded 3 others. That suspect, a man in his 30s seen here, was arrested at the scene, according to a report by local broadcaster YTN. The motive in that attack was not immediately clear. As South Koreans wait for answers, the 2 incidents have left the country on edge.
Yeah, so like you just heard from the clip, last Thursday, a 22-year-old suspect surnamed Che rammed a vehicle into pedestrians outside a department store in Bundang and then attacked shoppers with a knife inside the store, which is connected to the nearby Seohyun station. The attack left 14 people wounded, 12 of them seriously, and 5 were injured in the initial car crash and 9 in the stabbing attack. The suspect was apprehended fairly quickly as there were several witnesses to the attacks. But unfortunately, one of the victims was declared brain dead last night, and the woman was in her 60s and pronounced dead at the hospital yesterday morning. So keep in mind, and also there was another stabbing spree almost 3 weeks ago that left 1 person dead and 3 others wounded at 서울 신림 station. 네, 저번 주 목요일이죠. 22살의 피의자 최 씨는 성남시에서 차량 돌진과 무차별 흉기 낭동으로 14명을 다치게 한 혐의를 받고 있습니다. 이 서현동에 위치한 백화점 1, 2층에서 시민들을 향해 흉기를 마구마구 휘둘렸으며 이로 인해 9명이 다쳤고 이 중 8명이 중상을 입었다고 합니다. 그리고 이 일로 뇌사 판정을 받은 60대 여성은 끝내 어제 오전 사망했다고 하는데요. 이 여성을 사망으로 경찰은 최 씨의 혐의를 살인 미수에서 살인 등으로 변경을 했다고 해요. 그리고 3주 전에 신림역 칼부림 사건도 잊지 마셔야겠습니다.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on over the weekend, and very unfortunate to hear that one of the victims was declared brain dead last night. We really don't want to hear any sort of this kind of news again, but
this is the kind of now. Back in the UK, I would hear this kind of thing on the news a lot. There'd be stabbings in London particularly. It's a big city and there is crime there. But it's something coming to Korea. I've always felt it was safe in Korea. Like, this kind of thing doesn't happen in Korea. But it does. And, this kind of, because it is a terror attack by definition. It's just really heartbreaking to hear.
And it's been
맞습니다.
exploding as of recently, which is kind of scary and, worrying to many people.
Now, I heard the police may have conducted a drug test on him as well?
Right, so the rapid drug test conducted on him was negative, but the police say Che appears to be suffering from persecutory delusions, speaking incoherently during the initial questioning and claiming that a group of people are stalking and trying to kill him. On Saturday, a local court issued a formal arrest warrant for Che. 이 채 씨에게 마약 간이 검사를 실시한 결과 음성이라고 해요. 하지만 경찰에 따르면 피의자는 누가 날 청부살인한다고 말하는 등 이 피해 망상을 호소를 좀 하고 있다고 하네요. 그리고 토요일 법원은 피의자가 도주 가능성이 있다고 보고 이 최 씨에 대한 구속영장을 발부했습니다.
Now, you've mentioned as well, it's been a kind of spate of these crimes, copycat crimes, you call them, right?
맞습니다. So 3 suspects were detained Friday as police vowed to step up vigilance after this attack. And one suspect is a 20-something male who threatened online to kill everyone at Wangsimni Station in Seoul. Another underage suspect threatened to kill 5 people at the entrance of a school in Seoul. And the third suspect is a man in his 20s who threatened a knife attack at Hanti Station, also in Seoul. And as of last night, Sunday, police said they've tracked down 54 people in connection with online murder threats across the country. And police are reviewing the circumstances and weighing whether to criminally charge any of them because a number of them were minors. 네, 이번 일을 계기로 서울 경찰은 살인 예고 게시물 작성자를 엄중히 처벌하겠다며 지난 3일 살인 예고글 정담 대응팀을 구성한 가운데 이 왕십리역에서 다 죽여버리겠다라는 글을 올린 20대 남성, 특정 학교를 거론하면서 정문에서 5명을 죽이겠다는 글을 작성한 미성년자, 그리고 한티역에서 칼부림을 하겠다라는 글을 올린 20대 남성이 체포 그리고 자수를 하면서 서울경찰청 사이버 수사과가 범행 동기 등을 조사하고 있다고 하네요. 경찰은 전국에서 온라인상에 살해 예고글 등을 올린 54명을 이렇게 검거한 상태고요. 이 검거된 피의자의 상당수는 미성년자로 대부분 장난이었다고 이제 진술하고 있다고 합니다. 하지만 범행 의사가 확인이 되면 경찰은 구속하겠다라는 입장입니다.
That's what I don't like about the youth criminal rules here in South Korea.
촉법 소년법이죠.
They just try to let them go, but yeah, I think more investigation is really needed for this.
I think with this kind of public knowledge as well, there's going to be a lot of backlash against this, and things could change as well in the future.
Yeah, hopefully.
So these copycat crimes or threats of crimes, are they happening only in the capital area?
Well, most of them were or are, but even Samyeon subway here in Busan was also mentioned in a threat. Police are all on alert as the threat even mentioned a specific time. 네, 이번 사건의 거의 대부분은 이 수도권에서 일어난 일이었긴 했지만 부산에서 이런 온라인상의 살해 예고 글도 있었습니다. 지난 주말 서면에서 칼부림 할 거다라는 글을 올린 사람이 붙잡혔는데요. 이 사람은 해군 소속 20대 군인이라고 밝혀졌으며 술을 마시고 장난삼아 올렸다라는 진술을 했다고 합니다. 이 부산 경찰청은 8월 4일부터 18일 2주간을 특별 치안 활동 기간으로 정하고 순찰 및 경계를 강화한다고 밝혔습니다.
Right. Well, I think many people will agree that whether you're under the influence or not is no excuse for this, and charges should be according to what you've threatened.
Right. It doesn't matter how old you are. A threat is a threat, and hopefully the authorities take rightful action against this.
Well, thank you for bringing us these two, really big pieces of news that are really gripping the whole country right now. I would say see you next week, but this is your last week doing News Lounge for us.
I know, 예지 PD.
맞습니다. 저는 오늘부로 이 4PM 듀오 프로듀서로서 이 프로듀싱에 조금 더 전념을 하러 이제 돌아가 볼까 합니다. And I wanted to bring more uplifting news for my last news lounge. 근데 한국에서 이렇게 심각한 뉴스들이 너무 많아서 안 가져올 수가 없었습니다.
The news is the news.
We don't blame you. Yeah.
But from next week 저 말고 저희 BFM를 대표하는 리포터분들이 나와서 they're gonna fill in for me. So 많은 기대 부탁드리겠습니다.
여러분 걱정하지 마세요. 항상 옆에 계실 거니까.
네, 맞습니다.
네, 맞아요.
Out of sight.
I don't mind, no.
Out of sight, but she's still with us.
네, 맞습니다.
All right then, brilliant. Thank you for bringing us this last news lounge, and we're going to take a song break, and then we will be back. This is 안녕히 by Hoodie.
밖으로 나갈 거야 새로운 바다를 건너 어쩌면 다른 우주로 난 떠날래 아무도 찾을 수 없는 곳으로 난 떠나고 나타날 거야 기억에서 사라질 때까지 Just a sunny day 내 방은 느린데 억지로 나를 안녕히
아직 한 발 남았다.
The last English dose.
It ain't over till it's over. Now, before wrapping up the show, we would like to let you know one more useful English expression.
There are lots of situations in the world, and we'll pick the most interesting situations and take the time to share one expression through short conversations of that particular situation.
What kind of situation should we move on to today?
덥다 더워. 날씨가 이래 더워가지고 뭐 어째 여름을 보낼지 모르겠다. 그나저나 이번에 내 여름 휴가 동안 너가 고향에 가려고 하는데 어디 가볼까? 추천 좀 해도.
고향? 내 고향? 야, 나도 안 간지 10년이나 되어서 내 고향이 어딘지도 모르겠는데 말이야. 등산 어때?
뭐라고? 이리 푹푹 찌는데 이런 날씨에 등산이라고? 내를 뭐 푹푹 삼으려고 일부러 그러나? 그리고 내가 막 이래 설치고 다니는 스타일도 아닌데 뭐 끌리긴 하네. 그 올라가기는 쉽나?
나같이 운동 좀 하고 근육 좀 있고 그러면 10분 걸리는데 근데 너는 보자 한 1시간? 올라가서 정상에 서면 2시가 다 데려다 볼 거야. 잘 다녀와.
네, 풍경을 감상하다라는 표현 뭔가 좀 복잡할 것 같은데요. 영어로 어떻게 이야기해 줄 수 있을까요?
오늘은 무엇을 감상하거나 받아들이다 이라는 의미를 영어로 어떻게 말할지 알아보겠습니다. 영어로는 이 상황이 어떻게 표현될지 한번 들어보시죠.
I'm going to your hometown for a summer vacation. And do you have any recommendations?
I haven't been back in nearly a decade, but you should go on a hike.
I'm not that active. Is it an easy course?
It's only about an hour. You can take in the entire city from the summit.
Let's listen to it one more time. I'm going to your hometown for summer vacation. Do you have any recommendations?
I haven't been back in nearly a decade, but you should go on a hike.
I'm not that active. Is it an easy course?
It's only about an hour. You can take in the entire city from the summit.
Thank you, Daniel and Stephanie, for lending us your voices for today's last English dose. Take in, 받아들이다 아니면 풍경을 감상하다라는 뜻이죠. Take it all in, take it in, take in the view. Let's go over the sentences one by one. I'm going to your hometown for summer vacation. So your hometown, 네 고향이죠. I'm going to your hometown for summer vacation. 여름 휴가로 네 고향 가는데 do you have any recommendations? 혹시 추천해 줄 만한 것이 있나요?
그러자 I haven't been back in nearly a decade. A decade라고 하면은 10년이죠. One decade 10년, two decades 20년 이렇게 말하죠. I haven't been back. 얼마나 동안 안 가봤다. 얼마 동안 nearly a decade. 거의 10년 동안 못 갔는데 but you should go on a hike. 그럼 등산 한번 해봐. 추천을 하는 거죠. 추천을 했습니다. 하이크 해보라고.
저희가 아까 조금 웃겼는데 그래 go on a hike 뭐 등산 좀 해 등산하라라는 뜻인데요. 근데 take a hike이라고 하면 완전 다른 뜻이 되잖아요.
약간 머리 식힐 겸 좀 갔다 와라 이런 느낌이잖아요.
아니요, different. Take a hike, get out of here. Take a hike.
But like that said, 그냥 가서 그냥 그러니까 나가는 건데.
So what I've seen from I've never said it because it's rude. But you know, if someone says an unreasonable 부탁, 조금 약간 어이없는 부탁을 하면 take a hike. 네가 누군데 그렇게 나한테 부탁해? You know, take a hike. You know,
like get out of here.
Yeah, kind of like get out of here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a different meaning, but don't use it like that. 그냥 알아두는 게 좋단 말이죠.
Go on a hike.
Go on a hike. 등산 좀 하세요. 그러자 I'm not that active. 난 그렇게 활동적이지 않은데 I'm not that active. Is it an easy course? 쉬운 코스야?
그러자 it's only about an hour. 딱 1시간 정도 돼. You can take in the entire city from the summit. 오늘의 표현 나왔죠? Take in, 받아들이다. 풍경을 감상하다. You can take in the entire city from the summit. summit이라고 말하면 산의 정상이죠. 그리고 정상회담이라는 뜻도 있잖아요. 저기 뭐 there's a summit meeting for the leaders around the world. 이런 뜻도 사용되는 summit도 있고요. 근데 여기서 사용되는 summit은 산에 있는 정상입니다.
네, 맞습니다. I just think of the show 비정상회담.
Yeah, that's the summit too.
The abnormal summit. That was a good show.
It is a good show.
It's not on anymore though.
Oh, it's not? It's discontinued?
Finished a while ago, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, next they go on to say it's only about an hour. 1시간 정도야. And it's only about an hour. 그렇게 길지도 않은데 많이 걸리지도 않은데 1시간 정도야. You can take in the entire city from the summit.
Oh, I did your line by accident.
You did my line. No. Wait, am I doing it one more time?
I don't know.
I guess I'm just 피곤하나 봐요.
I'm not that active. Sorry, I'm not that active.
No, I did that.
You did that?
So I just repeated your line.
Oh, okay, cool.
죄송해요.
We'll just end it there.
Yeah, you get extra studying. 죄송해요.
I was so confused for a sec. All right.
Anyway, there
take
we
a
go.
hike.
Yeah, I'm going to take a hike. The time is now 5:52 in the afternoon. It's Monday. That's my excuse. 월요일이라서 조금 정신이 없어요.
저희 다 그렇죠 뭐.
Yeah.
네.
But tomorrow is a new day, so please come join us. We're going to have great stuff like Happily Ever After, Oh There Oregano with Jimmy, more great prizes. Before we finish up, though, we want to announce we're going to give tickets away. We're going to give
the opera tickets, the opera Tosca tickets. 2 tickets to who?
We're going to give it to 0990번님께 드리겠습니다.
Congratulations.
And they actually sent us a nice message. First time messaging in, so welcome to the show, saying 안녕하세요, hi guys, 오페라 토스카 티켓 신청 참여해봅니다. 이 와이프와 결혼 15주년인데 아직도 코로나와 전쟁으로 휴가도 없이 일하고 있어요. 마음의 여유를 좀 가져보는 힐링 타임이 될 것 같습니다. Congratulations on your 15th anniversary, and I hope this will be a great time to heal your heart and be very therapeutic.
네, 맞습니다. 아주 좋은 시간 보내고 오길 바랍니다.
Thank you very much. We also have 미역스텔리님 as well with something very nice saying 오늘 아침부터 바쁘고 스트레스도 좀 쌓였는데 2시간 동안 힐링 잘했어요. 포즈 중독이에요. 좋은 저녁 보내세요.
와, 너무 감사합니다. 포즈 중독까지라니요.
I'd love that. This is a good thing to be addicted to. Lee Kelly님 as well. You have a great rest of your day as well, my friend. Thank you, everybody.
He's quoting the song that we sang. It's time to say goodbye.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Contemplativo.
But please don't sing Contemplativo.
I'm not as good as Sarah Brightman.
We won't. We won't.
All right, let's wrap things up. We'll see you tomorrow. The 4 p.m. duo was produced by Joyeji and written by Hong Kyung-hwa. We've been your hosts for today, Nick.
And David at the 4 p.m. duo. Today's last song is 이쁘다니까 by Eddie Kim. See you later, alligator.
Everybody have a wonderful evening.
자꾸 물어보는 너 늘 확인하고픈 너 같은 말 해줘도 매일 말해줘도 왜 계속 물어 입술이 말라오래 또 식은땀이 흐르네 또 좀 답은 알지만 네가 듣고 싶은 말 그 듣고 싶은 말 나를 시험하는 말 너 정말 이쁘